Welcome to another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Thursday. We're looking today at Baxter Stockman, you know, the figure that I swore I would not buy. But he looks so lonely there on the pegs with just Shredder. Nobody wants Shredder. I'm not going to buy Shredder. This is actually the last figure I'll buy from this wave. I have no desire to buy. Oh yeah, there's Leatherneck. No, I don't need a Leatherneck. Oh, and a Genghis Frog. I don't need the Genghis Frog. They won't show up anyway. So, oh, look, a Rat King. Oh, Bebop and Rocksteady. I don't need those, and they won't show up at my Walmart anyway. My Walmart gets nothing, except I got this. All right, so let's look at Baxter Stockman. The portrait of Baxter Stockman is the bungling, bug-eyed, wickedly winged scientist. Vital statistics. He has an accessory as a turtle swatter. It looks like a turbo fly swatter, a detachable fly wings, and arms. So he's got the little arms and it's already detached in the package. All right, so dimension where he was created was Dimension X. His height is only 3 feet tall. I think this is a little bit smaller than 3 feet. His favorite sport is soup swimming. Soup swimming. Oh, that's rich. All right, and then his favorite phrase is "Help me, help me." Have you ever seen the spider? Anyway, Baxter Stockman, a man with the mind of a scientist and the body of a common housefly, buzzes around town, annoying the turtles and other decent reptiles. Created accidentally in Dimension X by a malfunctioning disintegrator unit, Baxter flurried himself into an avenging frenzy, ready to fly up on anyone's nose. Oh, Christ. That happens to me down here all the freaking time. Fly up anyone's noses. Anyone's nose. Okay, that's right. Finally convinced by Shredder that the turtles were solely responsible for his rebirth as an insect, Baxter now vents his hostilities toward our half-shelled heroes. Armed and winged with the turtle swatter, Baxter swats the shell of the turtles. Oh my gosh, that's like borderline cursing. All right, his scientific experiments may break a few beakers, but Shredder can always use a fly with evil ingenuity. So we see that he is part of the 40th anniversary, 40 years of Teenage Mutant Turtles. Now, the funny thing is, this version of the Turtles was not around 40 years ago. It was all the black and white, much more serious, not kid-friendly. So that's why I find it ironic. This RoboCop, what's that there was a cartoon based on a very R-rated TV show, or not TV show, movie. It was like 8 episodes, or 8 movies. So yeah, it was almost like a TV show. Something about Police Academy, that was it. There was a lot of things in the 80s made off of not so children cartoons. It was weird to see toys and cartoons made on something R-rated. All right, so let's take him off the card carefully because I want to try to preserve some of that beautiful artwork. Okay, trying to get it off there carefully. Okay. So unfortunately, I couldn't save this part, obviously. I mean, if I left it outside today, I probably could because it's hot and steamy. It's cloudy and 90 degrees. Coming off of the plastic container, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 plastic, well, things that are capturing him. Whether they be plastic or this kind of thing right here, which I prefer. I wish they can just do that. But no, they got to use these little plastic things, and I don't like those too much. There's one of these, plus vitamins. Sometimes it helps to have pliers because I can't get my fingers in there. My fat old fingers trying to get in there. Okay. All right, there's one around his waist. Why is there one around his waist and the top thing? I don't get that. I didn't see the other one, so. And there's one, okay, I think I got them all. Let's find out what I missed because it's gonna come out the wrong way. He's got another layer for his wings. So there's actually 2 shells. Why even use twist ties for use that many shells? Or not even twist ties, I'm sorry. I'm so used to twist ties back in the 80s and 90s that I don't even think about plastic ties being called something. All right, so fresh out of the package, we have a place on his back. We need to put the wings. Now, he did not come straight out of my car from the heat. I left the other one in my car, so that's why if you watch that review, it was hot and it was in the car and I forgot all about it and told me not to get it. Does his wings go like this? Now, I don't think I've ever had Baxter Stockman. He was just not a figure that appealed to me. And, you know, when you're younger, you only have a limited amount of money, so you got to get whatever's the coolest. And the only ones I wanted from the turtle figures when they were brand new were the robots. All right, so these wings are the hands on the wings. The extra hands, they're actually articulated. Oh, and so are the wings. So you can put the wings a little bit, that looks more natural. All right, so he has several points of articulation. Now on his main body, he's got 2 for the arms. There is a swivel at the, well, it would be a wrist swivel, but they always make them in a strange place. On this hand, he has another wrist swivel. His head, of course, is on a 360 joint. It's not on a soft, I was wondering if it was like the original soft ones. And then his legs have a ball joint that most of the time when I find anything messed up with these in, like, you know, flea markets when I was younger, it would be the arms missing, or I'd find arms that missing the entire figure. These legs, though, I'm very concerned about those. I would be afraid I'd break these. And I think they seem like they're more articulated than they were back then, but like I said, I didn't really play with these back in the day. I just remember my god brothers, Jesse and Philip. Jesse and Philip playing with these. They love these. They also loved Aliens, which I like the Aliens, you know, the TV movie. All right, so we got the fly swatter machine. All right, it's all printed in one color, which is what was very common back then. We got a little bug splat in it. It looks like something you would beat meat with in order to grind it. What is it called? When you smash beef until it's tenderizer. It's like a meat tenderizer. We have his shirt has been ripped from where he went through a mutation. You can see his skin underneath. This was his lab shirt, I guess, or he was a bow tie wearer. Now, I don't remember, I've seen different incarnations of him, and he was in the one I remember the best from 2012. He was actually a black guy, so I'm thinking originally he wasn't a black guy, because I remember that one really well. He was the most memorable one I just happen to know. I mean, that's the cartoon I did watch more of. And then Fast Forward was actually my favorite cartoon out of all of them. He stands fairly well. There's not much of a problem with that at all, thankfully, even though he does have holes in his feet for a possibility of using a stand if you need to, because he is a little top-heavy with the wings and the arms and all the other things. So if you live in a prone area that, you know, right beside a railroad subway station, maybe you live in California, you might need to get a stand. And those stands at Walmart, they're $5 for a bunch of circle ones, 10 circle ones. It will probably work, the NECA stands. Now, as far as his height, to the top of his head, he's 10 centimeters tall. Now, wings are arbitrary. I mean, I guess the height of them is 14 centimeters tall. For those of us in the United States, he is about 4 inches tall to the top of his head. And to the top of his wing, the highest point is about 5 3/4. Standing beside of a turtle, he is on scale with him. Although the weird thing is, in my understanding is, aren't turtles, the figures in the cartoons, smaller than these guys? Now, I didn't watch a lot of these, but I'm thinking about watching them. They're easy to find on the YouTubes and stuff. And I do have a bunch of DVDs from all different eras. But I would like to watch a few of them, maybe just this entertainment, you know. But as far as everything else, let's see the back of him. We got some printing on his butt, so if you ever worry that these are going to be too much like the originals, they're not. They got the printing right here to prove that they're not the same thing. And I would be interested, if you are one of the original collectors of the original figures like this one, what's different about this? Did they throw off the colors a little bit? Are the legs really like that? Because I do have some older figures. I used to go through summers of where I would go, oh, this summer is like all about the turtles. Like 2012 triggered that. Some summers were all about G.I. Joe, and some summers are, you know, there's certain years I would just like focus on one thing. After, you know, I started making money. All right, so as far as articulation, I suppose his right hand and his left hand can hold this, but it doesn't seem like that would be in the way, but I just think this will be out of his face more. Of course, you can always do like this. Okay, then you can... And I think if you do this a lot, it might break. I don't know. So again, not a figure that I normally would think about purchasing. It was not my top 10, but while I'm getting back into these 40th anniversaries, he is, let's see, what number is he now? I got all 4 turtles first, of course. And then I got, it's not on here, ray fillet, wing nut. I feel like I'm missing somebody, and he's probably like down, he's in the top 10 of buying these again, or buying these for the first time since the 40th anniversary. Are we going to see more of these? I kind of hope so. How far are we going to get down the line? I personally, my favorite ones from, the only ones that I actually wanted back in the 80s was the metallic samurai dude. I do have a metal head, but I wouldn't mind getting a new metal head that has all this stuff with him. And then what was the other one? There was 3 robots that I remember. Oh yeah, Fugitoid. So I think I have a Fugitoid. So let's see how far we go and which one did you pick up today, and let me know if this is one of your favorites.